What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm out here in the shop this morning and I'm trying to make this lawnmower quieter again. If you've seen my previous video, or one of my previous videos, the muffler on this thing has rotted out inside. Here's the gut side of it. What happened was there was pieces of the inside of the muffler was getting stuck over the outlet like that, and the mower wouldn't run right. So anyway, I took and cut this out and took the guts out of it. This muffler is a couple $100. I don't want to spend a couple $100, but it is too loud the way it is. Even with earmuffs on, it's got a drone to it. I don't like it. It makes it hard to hear. I got a set of the 3M work tunes, and it's loud enough that makes it hard to hear, you know, if you're trying to listen to music or whatever. So I've got this muffler here that I picked up at Tractor Supply several years ago, and I didn't really use it for that long. It's for like an old Ford tractor, and what I put it on like a diesel welding machine over there, is what I put it on, that little machine right there. And I was trying to quieten it down, but most of the noise from it was not coming from the exhaust. It's just coming from the, you know, the sides of the engine or whatever. So it did not help on that application very much at all. So I took it back off, and I've had it kicking around over in the corner. So what I'm wondering is, I stuck this up there a while ago and it quiets it down a lot. I'll demonstrate that in just a second. But I'm thinking that being how this is a bigger diameter here than this, that if I just cut this off right here a little better, and I can trim the end of this up, we're squished together there a little bit, that I can take a hole saw and cut this out right here, and then I can just slide this up inside of here. There'll be a gap between this pipe here and that pipe, and then I'll leave a gap on this end here so I won't shove it all the way in here, so the exhaust will come out of there and to go around and then come through that muffler there and then come out. And it should be much quieter, and it'll literally cost me nothing because I already have this in stock here. And I don't think that was but like $40 like 3 or 4 years ago whenever I bought it. So it won't cost me anything to try this. I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll crank the mower up and I'll stick this up here and let you hear the sound difference, that it's gonna quieten it down, and then we'll get started and we'll see how that works. I think you get the idea. It sounds like a Harley Davidson when you're trying to cut the grass. It's, you know, it's not really enjoyable. It beats spending $200 or $300 for a muffler, but enjoyable it's not. So I'm gonna whack this off, take a hole saw, cut the end of it out, and figure out how to put that inside of there. So I'm gonna have to cut this off to make the hole saw fit over the pipe right here. All right, guys, I've got it, the hole cut there, and I've got it stuck in the hole. So now we just got to drag the welding machine out and weld it in there. Hopefully that will quieten this thing down quite a bit. I don't know how long it'll last, but really not too concerned with it. It's not costing me anything but a little time to do this, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys, I've got it stuck in there and welded around all the way around. I don't know how long that's gonna last, so we're gonna crank it up here and see what it sounds like. Really got nothing to lose. As I say, I don't really have any money invested in that, other than it was a whole piece that didn't work out for the project. guys, I got this dude up on the trailer. I don't have any grass to cut, and I want to try this thing out while I'm off work. So I'm going to go over to my parents' house and cut a little bit of grass over there to help them out and test the mower out and see if I'm gonna have any more issues. I would rather have issues now with my yard as, you know, don't need cutting than to wait, you know, a couple weeks and then go to cut my yard and find out that something else is wrong with it, and then have to borrow a mower and be down and all that stuff and order parts. So I'd rather go ahead and find out now. So I need a smaller trailer. I think this one might be a little bit overkill. But anyway, I'm gonna go do that, and I may add that footage in this video. Alright guys, so the mower is still using some oil. I cut over there in an area of my parents' place. It's kind of a pasture there. I cut for about probably 2.5 hours, and it's still using oil more than it should. And I got something going on with it's a fuel starvation problem that I'm having. After I cut for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, it seemed like it started running out of fuel, bogging down. At wide open throttle, I could pull the throttle back a little bit and it would run longer, and the further I pull the throttle back, the longer it would run. So I think maybe something's going on with the little diaphragm fuel pump, either that or the crankcase pressure, because the rings are wore, is not making the fuel pump operate like it should. So I'm not sure. I got a new fuel pump coming. Throw that on there and change the fuel lines to the tank, because it could be one of them collapsing or coming apart internally that I can't see, and then we'll go from there. As I say, I don't want to put a whole lot of money in this mower because it's 2005 model. The muffler did work okay. You know, if this was a newer model mower, you know, obviously I wouldn't have did that way. I would have bought the proper muffler, but this mower is on its last leg, and I'm just trying to get a little bit more time out of it, and don't want to be deaf in the meantime, because it was loud the way it was before, with that muffler being gutted, even with earmuffs and everything on. So for right now, that's the way that's going to be. And as I say, I'm looking into getting another mower, but you know, maybe next year or something, or we'll just see how it goes. If I have to, I might could get one this year, but I hate to, because there's only like 3 months left in the, you know, and then we'll be done and set in the garage, set in the shop for till next year. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. But did get some mowing done over there. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.